Hi beauties, I'm finally getting this video out. I had already filed my nails and shaped them a little bit and pushed my cuticle back. So I'm just using the Duo scraper by Glitter Planet and getting all that gunk out underneath. Then I'll go in with the Glitter Planet scissor cuticle nippers and take off those dead skin there. I had different requests. I had a beauty request doing how do I sculpt with my non-dominant hand. I'm a lefty, so I'm going to be sculpting a set on my left hand using my right hand. I went in with 1 coat of primer to dehydrate those nails. Now I'm going in with 2 coats of protein bond. I always like to use 2 coats. I also had another beauty. Her birthday's coming up. So happy early birthday, Miss Debbie. She wanted to see a glitter set with some encapsulated glitters. And of course, I'm going to use some glitters on this set. And put some crystals on. So it'll be a nice little fun video. It took me a while to get this video out. So now I'm using the Infinity Sculpting Forms by Glitter Planet, my favorite forms. I always roll them a bit. And I always pinch the tip of that form, regardless if I'm doing my set or someone else's. It helps you have better control. I had a beauty tell me that every time she does a sculpt that her nails point up. So I'm going to first place this on here and show you how your form should not look. Your form should always sit flush and even with your nail. So I think I'm going to do a side view here and show how it shouldn't look. If your form is pointed upwards, well then your tip's going to be pointed upwards. See that there? It's pointed upwards. So take your time and make sure it's flush with the nail and all going in the same direction. See there? That has it pointed up. There, now we got it looking right. Gonna use the Glitter Planet Nail Mate Crystal Clear Acrylic Powder, my absolute fave clear. I'm gonna use the number 8 Magic Stick brush to sculpt this with. I always like sculpting my tip and always lay down over the whole nail a clear. That way when you're doing your infills, you just file on down to that clear tip and you can build off of that. Makes it a lot easier for those infills. And I'm going to keep it nice and thin. You don't want it too thick. I'm going to be sculpting these out to a number 5. Going to do some nice pointy stilettos. Here I'm showing up close where I set my first bead down, as I had a beauty ask about that as well. And I'm trying to show picking up smaller beads instead of using the 1 bead pickup. I'm doing picking up smaller beads. And I'm so sorry, beauties. I realized afterwards how I'm off camera here, so you can't really see what I'm doing. But you don't have to do a 1 bead pickup. You want to do what works for you. In the end, you just want it to be a nice, beautiful tip, and you don't want to cause yourself a bunch of extra work. So if you cannot do a 1 bead pickup, that's completely fine. That's why I'm trying to demonstrate here. I believe I'm doing like a 3 bead pickup, and I'm just keeping it nice and thin. It saves you so much time later, beauties. If if you can't control the bead and it's spilling over your form and you're making it all thick and bulky, you're just causing yourself so much filing time and shaping time once you remove the form. So use as many beads as you need to pick that, you know, to build that tip and cover your natural nail with. Once again, beauty, so sorry. You can't really see what I'm doing here. I'll have to get better at taping. There it is, nice and pretty. Onto my second form. Oh, actually, no, I'm going to pinch it. Definitely always pinch those tips, beauties. Pinch those tips. Not only does it give you a beautiful little C curve, but it just kind of holds everything as it, you know, once it's almost done drying and you're putting that light pressure, it helps it, you know, it's nice and it helps it dry nice and secure to the sides of your nails. And like I said, I'm building these out to a 5. And if you have nice, secure nails and you put your apex just in the right spot, and I highly believe that me pinching nails helps as well. Like I said, it's kind of putting light pressure on. So as it's almost, that acrylic's almost done drying, or even gel too, you know, it's holding nice, it's set nice, it's drying nice and tight to your sidewalls of your nails there. So no lifting, no cracking. And always when I'm sculpting, I'm always making sure to look to the, you know, turn the nail slightly to the left and right, just to make sure you didn't miss any little areas. One little crack in that nail, you miss a little, you know, it needs to be fully connected to the natural nail. Else it's going to get caught on something, or, you know, it's going to break right off in a day or two. It's just going to break right off if you have any little cracks in there. So take your time. And this is my non-dominant hand. Like I said, I'm a lefty. So I am doing my left hand with my right hand. And whenever you're doing your non-dominant hand, you're always going to have on your own set, you're always going to have, you know, file a little different, and you just lay your acrylic or gel down a little different. Just do what works best for you. The speed will come with time. The speed will definitely come with time. And I mean, to this day, I'm slower at doing my non-dominant hand than doing my, you know, when I do my right hand. Of course, I'm always faster. So it's not about speed, just about getting the nail just right, making sure your structure's right, making sure your apex is right, picking up proper bead sizes with the, you know, with just the right amount of monomer. If you're picking up your bead and it's too wet, you know, just set your brush gently down on that. I'm using these dental bibs, which I love. I mean, you can use paper towel, anything you want to use. But you just set your brush gently down on there, let it absorb some of the monomer, and then just set your bead down. These dental bibs are everything. It keeps your desk nice and dry. It absorbs your, you know, you'll see me wiping my brush off on it throughout this whole video. There we go. Look at that stiletto. Look at that stiletto. On point, beauties. See how thin it is, though, beauties? I do this that way before I lay anything else on it. I'm going to make sure that I file it, I shape it, and it's looking just right before I lay anything else on top of it. This saves you so much file and shaping time later. Another thing too with the prep, if you know you're new and you're new at doing nails and you're trying to build up your speed, nail prep, do the steps, but speed through that part. That's the easiest part when you're, first starting out. So don't take 35, 40 minutes to perfect your prep of the nail. As long as you have those cuticles pushed back, you roughen up those nails a little bit, make sure, they're shaped softly, and you go in with your, like I said, I always like doing 1 coat of primer, 2 coats of bond. You can prep the nails in 5 minutes or less. That should be your fastest thing you're doing. Don't take your time doing that. Speed through that. And this is a tip for, the newbies out there who are trying to get their speed going. And I had a few different requests, some with, wanting to know about sculpting gel tips, and some with acrylic. So with this set, I sculpted out my tips with acrylic, but I'm going to be using gel on top of this to lay my glitters down on, to encapsulate with. These are known as hybrid nails when you're doing gel and acrylic, which I do all the time. Here I'm just making sure I didn't miss any little areas. I'm constantly inspecting the nail, constantly. You don't want to take that form off and have a little crack in your, where you missed connecting it to the natural nail, or just a little nick in there. So, before you take that form off, make sure your tip is nice and secure to your natural nail. And remember, beauties, any orders that you place on Glitter Planet, you can use my code Garcia5 on all your orders, which will give you 5% off all your orders. That's when ordering items at Glitter Planet. I'm absolutely cannot wait till I get to 500 subscribers so we can have another giveaway. Oh my goodness. That 100 nail haul giveaway was insane. It had so many amazing items. I can't wait till I hit 500. It's going to be all about gel on that one. Here I'm going in with my favorite metal file. This is from Glitter Planet. The nice thing about the metal file, because it's solid, it doesn't bend. So when you're using it for your sidewalls, I'm not applying much pressure at all. And it's just nicely shaping those sidewalls there. Because these are long, you'll see here where I'm demonstrating how I'm just using my other finger to hold that nail right there, because I don't want it to break off. These are pretty thin right now, and you don't want to break off that beautiful tip you just sculpted out. Just demonstrating here how I hold it down. Like I said, when you're working with your non-dominant hand, you will do what works best for you. So what I'm showing is what works best for me, and I'm trying to go a little slow here and show the angle that I'm filing my tip and shaping it. Got to get these stilettos nice and on point, right? See, I'm holding that nail again right there. And you can see the angle I'm doing it at. It's kind of, oh gosh, I'm horrible with direction, but you can see I'm just running it right along the side there, but I'm not filing in. I don't want to file into my sidewall. I'm just shaping the sides there. I'm gently filing underneath, get all that cleaned up. See, beauties, this is why it's important, you know, to just take your time when you're building your tip. It just saves you, like I said, so much filing time later. And because these are nice and thin, it's making it really easy to just kind of gently clean up underneath. I don't want to lay anything on top of I don't want to put anything else on until I have it just right. That way I'm building on top of, you know, something that's shaped perfectly. So all I'm doing at the end is going to be buffing them out once I encapsulate my glitters and all that good stuff that you're going to see. If you don't have these metal nail files, beauties, you need to get them. They're amazing. And they have the removable grits. I'm using the 150 right there. They have, I can't believe it's 150, 180, and 100. And when you're done with the set, you just tear that little grit off and spray it down and place a new grit on. They're like stickers. So you see, you do what works for you. It's always awkward using your opposite hand. Now I'm going in with my 100, cleaning up those sides. Any little areas that aren't just perfect, I want to make them perfect. I'm using the 100, 180 to smooth out the top. And I'm showing you here in slow motion the direction I'm filing super fast with. I start from the bottom and work my way all the way to the top. So I'm creating a nice, smooth, rounded, beautiful, beautiful, smooth nail. Just kind of left to right, kind of at an angle. So when I go in to lay in my next, you know, layer, it's going to be on a nice, beautiful surface, and I'm going with the shape of the nail that I just filed. And I believe on this set, I'm going to be doing some ombre, pink and white ombre, a glass tip, and an all solid glitter nail. So it's going to be a fun set. A beauty, Debbie, her birthday's coming up, and she wanted a birthday inspired set. So I thought I'd do a little bit of everything on this set. Look at those, look at those, look at those pretty stilettos. And the not so pretty ones. Oh my goodness. I have the stubbiest little fingers. Like I said, this is the Crystal Clear by Glitter Planet, their nail made acrylic line. And this is the number 8 magic stick, also by Glitter Planet. And these are the file and buff set. This is one of every single file that they have. But I'm going to use the buffer on this one. My little sad faces for my no nail. Happy faces for the pretty stiletto nails. I'm going to pull the buffer out of here and use this beautiful buffer to buff these stilettos. Make them nice and stunning. But this this file set is nice. Like I said, it has every single one of their files, buffers. Doesn't have the metal nail file, but everything but that is in there. Just getting all the little extra little bits there. Getting it ready so I can get ready to start laying some of these beautiful glitters down. Let you beauties watch. Now that you can actually see what I'm doing. Now, beauties, there was a part I thought my camera was recording and had stopped. So I'm using Showgirl. It is by Glitter Planet. You can see it's two of my nails have it on there already. These are for my ombre nails. I didn't realize my camera had stopped recording. This powder is everything. Look at that, beauties. It's an acrylic art powder. So the white that you see already on my nails, that's the Showgirl. And I'm just adding a touch more to the tip there. I want that white to stand out. Showgirl is absolutely, I love Showgirl. It's gorgeous. It has little specks of glitter, but it looks like little shining diamonds. Look at that. It's beautiful. And it's a nice, nice white. So I'm just putting some, making sure it's nice, and that all that you see right there is the Showgirl. When you're doing your ombres, well, when doing my ombres, I like to start off with my white first. Now I'm going in with the Toasted Rose by Glitter Planet. This is a core powder, whereas the Showgirl was an art acrylic powder. The Toasted Rose is a core powder. So if you wanted to do Toasted Rose on your entire nail, you could, but with the Showgirl, you can, but you need to encapsulate it with a core color. Look at that. Look at the packaging. It's so beautiful. That is Showgirl. It is a must-have, beauties. I believe this was in my nail haul giveaway. I only included items that I loved. And that is not Toasted Rose, that's Showgirl. Look at that Showgirl. Look at all those beautiful, and that's not a glitter, beauties. That's an acrylic art powder. Going in with the Toasted Rose. Let's get this ombre going. Get the blend going so pretty. Toasted Rose looks beautiful on any skin tone too. I'm just laying it down in the natural, by my natural nail, but by the cuticle area, and just feathering it up lightly to blend in very softly to the Showgirl. Toasted Rose literally goes, you can ombre any color with it. And like I said, it looks pretty on any skin tone. So I'm just laying this down. I'm building my apex up. But just feathering it very lightly into the Showgirl. I want the Showgirl to stand out. But definitely want my apex. I don't know if you beauties can tell, but so I build the apex there. Apex is everything. All my sets, my apex, long, short sets, doesn't matter. 3/4 up from the natural nail, from the bottom of the natural nail. That's where the apex goes. These are, like I said, I'm sculpting these out. I sculpted them out till 5. And they're not bulky. This is a nice thin set, but with your proper apex and, you know, making sure everything's nice and secure. The last set I just took off, I had on for over a month. Your nails won't break, beauties. Here I'm going to be going in with you can use any gel base coat. This was my first time using the one I'm about to use right now. And I end up midway through switching up because I didn't like the consistency of this base gel. This one's by Coupa. But I switch out. Oh my goodness, beauties. So this is Pink Magic. This is a fine glitter by Glitter Planet that shifts from a white iridescent to pink. And you're going to see how stunning this is when I take it out of the lamp. So you just lay your base gel down only to the areas that you want your fine glitter to adhere to, or your glitters. I'm not putting it over the whole nail. I'm only putting it on the tip of the nail, as I only want this glitter to adhere on top of Showgirl, my tip. I'm getting a little scooper. I'm going to dust it lightly over the wet gel base coat, as it's all the fine glitters are going to stick to that wet coat. And then I'm going to be sticking it in my lamp for 30 seconds and dusting it off. And the glitter is only going to adhere to where you laid that base coat. And you could do this. I'm doing this because I know some beauties pick up their glitters with a little acrylic. You know, they'll get a little clear acrylic powder and then pick up their glitters. But I find doing it this way is a way more intense look. And it keeps, like I said, it's anything to save filing time. And with this, I'm only going to be needing to lightly buff my nails once I encapsulate it. But this isn't just any glitter set. So I'm going to be layering up some beautiful glitters. Look at that. There's that white to pink shift I was telling you about, beauties. It is a stunning glitter. Look at that. Do you see the pink? Goes on white, but it shifts to a nice pink color once the light hits it. Doing the same thing here, putting the base gel down where I want the glitters. Same steps here. This is the same method I do when I'm doing my 3D, 5D glitter sets. This is how I do it. I just continue. You would do these same steps until you got the look you wanted. Now I'm switching up with my favorite base gel coat. This is by Young's Nails. I should have grabbed this from the beginning. They are my go-to for all my gel products. I love them. I'm using my number 8 gel cleanup brush by Glitter Planet. My absolute fave gel brush ever. Getting these beautiful little glitters that we're going to be putting on this set. Don't be scared to mix your glitters up, beauties. That's the nice thing about doing the layers of the base on top of your, oh, look at that. Beautiful. That's Frank. Another beautiful glitter by Glitter Planet. Pretty some rose gold. Stunning, stunning glitters from Glitter Planet. I'm just getting all the different colors I think will, that I might want to use. I do this on all my glitter sets. Some Pixel and Mermaid Flakes. See, beauties, that's the nice thing about using a base gel and keeping your layers nice and thin. You can literally just do 3-4 different colors and kinds of glitter to make a beautiful, beautiful 3-4D effect. And this video, at the pictures you're going to see at the end, do not do it justice. Seeing it in person is a whole different thing. And I just laid my base gel down where I wanted. See, I'm showing you here where I'm going to want my next layer of glitters to go. And I only sprinkle my fine glitters on. The chunkier glitters, I just use a little glitter brush to pick up with. You don't want to just sprinkle the Mylar glitters, the chunkier glitters, as you don't want your glitters poking up all over the place. So I have that gel base coat down. It's wet. Just grabbing my little glitter brush. I'm probably going to, there you go. I'm just going to tap it in a little bit of residue solution. You can use a little monomer, just something to get it a little wet. Using it to pick up the glitters, and I'm just setting it right on top of that wet base coat. Once I get all the glitters on, I'll be sticking it in the lamp for 30 seconds, and yeah, you can watch and see. Like I said, you can do this step over and over again. Look at that, beauties. Beautiful. Once again, my camera had stopped. Didn't realize it had died. And that, beauties, is rose gold. I used the chunkier pieces of the rose gold. And now I am using my little scooper there to sprinkle the fine glitter called Frank on top. It is stunning. So don't be scared, like I said, to mix your glitters up. You can do them in containers, or you can do them like I'm doing them right now. And see that little tray I have right there that's catching the glitters? I think it missed it, but once I'm done, I just dump that little bit that spilled right there back into the little glitter dish. So I'm not wasting any glitters at all. And that's another reason I like using a base gel. Not just that it keeps it nice and thin, but you're not wasting a bunch of glitters. Here I'm using Clear Sculpt in the applicator bottles by Young Nails, and I'm just encapsulating all these nails. Gonna encapsulate them all. Stick them in the lamp for 60 seconds. There you go, beauties. I filed them, buffed them. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Gonna put some clear coat on them and some Swarovski crystals, and there you go, beauties. Thank you so much for watching, and a happy early birthday to Debbie. Have an amazing week, beauties, and you all be safe out there. Mwah, mwah, mwah.